Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Lewis, and welcome to an interesting video, which I'm kind of not really used to doing, but I'm going to do it anyways because I would find it very interesting to tell you guys my full opinion based on the DLC video and trailers of the upcoming Black Ops 3 and the already out DLC for Advanced Warfare. Now I did write down some little notes on my nice sticky note, because I can't remember all these, but I did go ahead and review all of them and thought about them, and this has kind of been like a week-long process of me just reviewing all the different videos, reviewing the trailers, reviewing the specifics of everything, and I have a large opinion towards the entirety of both, and then I have kind of some small points and things like that for each one as well. So the big thing for all of them is I don't really care for them, and this may come to a shock to some of you and may not come to a shock to some of you, but just Advanced Warfare in itself I thought was good multiplayer and stuff because it was fast paced, it was what we wanted something faster, we wanted something more exciting, we wanted something new, and it did bring all those things, but it's just really gotten to the point where it's very repetitive and it's not interesting. And the DLC surely shows that they really don't care what they're really making. And you maybe go, well, this is new, this is interesting, there's a great new weapon, there's great new maps, there's interesting things being added in. But in all honesty, it's repetitive, it's the same thing. We get, again, new maps, mainly around 4 maps, all multiplayer maps. And then it always comes within a zombie map. And of course, you know, to make it even better, every DLC that they come out with has some new, exciting, crazy gun that is extremely overpowered and, like, crazy. Just crazy in general. I mean, if you look at this gun, it's shooting through walls, it has shotgun and machine gun powers. It's really overpowered. And just the grappling hook itself, too. Why? Why do we need that? We have exosuits. We can fly already. Why do we now suddenly need a grappling hook? I mean, I understand it does move you faster and allows you to jump from building to building longer distances, but just in general, I feel like having grappling hook would actually kind of hold me back instead of allowing me to do kind of the stuff I would like to do just alone with the exosuit. But just in general, it's a very big repetition, and I feel like Black Ops 3 is kind of another repetition. It's just another easily produced game, another simple content game that kind of has the same exact stuff going for it. As we look now into the zombie gameplay here, this is actually from Malik DJ, I believe his name is. He's a great YouTuber. I'll be putting a link in the description for you guys so you guys can go check him out. He has almost 1 million subscribers, so good for him. Go subscribe to him. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same idea. Now I do have to say, they did mix it up in the Advanced Warfare zombies. They didn't really have perks or anything. It was kind of a different style. It was a little bit more Advanced Warfare than it was actually Nazi Zombies. You know, it didn't really have the Treyarch feel to it. It was more of a, you know, Advanced Warfare kind of Call of Duty gameplay for the zombies. But even so, it's still repetition. They still have an Easter egg, which was a little bit kind of like, oh, they have an Easter egg? It's not story-based at all, I have to say. It's very just kind of run around, do these things, and you get kind of a gift. Not really the best gift for zombies, but it is a gift. But just in general, repetition, biggest thing. And as you can clearly hear, I'm repeating a lot, but that's just because these games are nothing but that. You know, Black Ops 1 was good. I thought Black Ops 1 had a good storyline, good campaign, and I thought Nazi Zombies was amazing. Then came out with Modern Warfare, the Modern Warfare 3, and I thought that one was good. I thought it was interesting, I thought it was fun. You know, we had great with the multiplayer. Multiplayer was amazing. Then Black Ops 2 came out. Got a little sketchy, kind of weird, very different. Then I believe it was Ghost. Ghost was good multiplayer, but once again, campaign wasn't really that important. Didn't have Nazi Zombies, had Extinction. Hated Extinction. You know, I played it because it was the only thing I had for PC, and it was closely related to zombies, but just the whole idea with the aliens and stuff didn't work for me. And then, of course, they came up with Advanced Warfare, completely new everything, but still a Call of Duty game. You can tell very clearly it's a Call of Duty game. Similar campaign, you know, you have this big enemy, a big group of people after a big enemy, and then at the end, the big enemy and a big group. You know, big enemy loses, big group wins, everybody's happy. Actually, Andrew played the campaign. I wasn't able to play the campaign just because it was poorly optimized, terribly optimized. But in the end, it's same concept for all of these. You know, Advanced Warfare did come out with zombies. I didn't get it, thought it was a waste of money, didn't like the idea of it, didn't like the style, didn't like the added of the exosuit to the actual zombies. It just seemed to make the whole thing a big disaster, a big mess. And just reviewing some of the maps, just looking back at some of the things that you can do inside the maps, it just seems not worth it. It's kind of like playing a multiplayer game in Advanced Warfare, which is already hard enough, and then adding in an aspect of zombies that chase you with exosuits in really weird settings. It's just, it doesn't work for me. I can understand how some people can like it because it still has that Nazi zombie kind of vibe to it, but even so, it's still just Advanced Warfare gameplay. You know, and looking back at Black Ops 3, you know, I looked through the trailer once again, and I kind of found some details, little added things, you know, that kind of make it look like the game would be very interesting. One of those is that they threw more Nazi zombie references and things like that in there than I actually noticed. I'm not quite sure if they fully relate to Nazi zombies and they're actually doing it for Nazi zombies, but there was a short scene in there that showed 4 people, mainly consisting of, I believe it was 3 guys and 1 girl, and I feel like that may be kind of like an entrance of the characters that may be part of the Nazi Zombie series, as well as there is one very, very, very quick short scene that does actually show zombie eyes. Or I believe it was zombie eyes. I don't fully remember this. I'm not really watching the video. I'm just kind of thinking back towards it. But I'm pretty sure it was zombies eyes. And I'm pretty excited for Black Ops 3 Zombies, even though I already know that it's going to be very repetitive. Not quite sure if it's actually going to have a story continuing off of Black Ops 2, especially because the world is now being taken over by, I believe it was Richtofen that took it over. If you didn't finish the Easter egg, you did find out that in the end, Nazi Zombies was actually just in the mind of Samantha. Sorry for spoiling it for you, but that's how this works. If you didn't play it, it's been several years, and it's kind of already known by the whole internet and world. If you didn't find out, then that's just your fault for being very late. But Samantha's mind apparently came up with this huge thing, and that was like the big storyline of everyone was kind of disappointed in it. But in the end, honestly, that was probably the best way to end it. Just because you have this huge messed up storyline just kind of thrown together, mixed up into a giant mixing bowl. How do you pull out something good of that? The best thing is that this whole entire thing is just in a child's mind. That's why it's so crazy and weird and messed up in the ending. But in the end, I'm not quite sure how they're going to do more Nazi zombies, especially because Treyarch really killed it by saying it's just all in the mind of Samantha. Looking back at the film, they look like Nazi zombies. In the Black Ops 2 series, they all were very much civilians, but in Black Ops 3, they do look like Nazi zombies. There's even a scene, a short section, after the date comes up that you see them tearing down a wall, and then you actually see one of them lose a hat that looks like a German Nazi hat. So I do believe that they are going to be actual Nazi zombies this time, and I don't know if that's going to be a reference to Samantha, or if this is going to be like a completely new storyline that actually is, this is what happened if Nazi zombies were actually real. Now, I'm not quite sure how they're going to involve that or anything, and I don't have any specific details. I just know that Advanced Warfare, repetition, Black Ops 3 looks like repetition, but my personal opinion overall is that I'm not excited for them at all. Just because it's so repetitive, just because it's so, you know, just factory line, produce as many as you possibly can, produce them as fast as you possibly can, make as much money as you possibly can, and make the same thing over and over and over, is very, I don't know, it makes me kind of fear what games we're going to receive in the future, and I'm not quite sure how the Nazi zombie thing is going to turn out. But once again, this is all my opinion. I don't have complete, full facts on all the information I've just given. I just know from basically what I've watched and what I've heard from other people that this is what it looks like. Of course, Black Ops 3 is going to have a lot of interesting things for multiplayer, especially with their new way of doing it. You know, Advanced Warfare was very interesting with the exosuit type thing. Black Ops 3 is kind of going less with the exosuit, more with the jetpack and wall gliding, which I think would be interesting to see. You know, Advanced Warfare had a lot of interesting factors adding in these things, and I feel like Black Ops 3 will too, but I feel like once again it's going to be a lot of repetition. So that's basically it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go subscribe to Malik DJ. Go check out his videos. He's actually really, really good, obviously, because he almost has 1 million subscribers. And his stuff is very informative. His stuff is very interesting to watch. He does gameplay as well as reviews and stuff like that as well. And I hope you guys like these as too. If you guys do really like these, tell me. I will make more of them. I find these interesting because I give my opinion about something more than actually just telling you guys facts about something. But if you guys want me to do more reviews on different games, such as like I did on the Adventure Capitalist, I will do that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you next time.
Pre-order now and get access to the multiplayer beta.